Hello, everybody. It's Mindy, and welcome. Welcome to our Wednesday Whip and Chat. It's pretty quiet around here right now. I must say, I'm enjoying it. Okay, the dogs are sleeping. One is snoring. That's a little noisy, but the kitties are downstairs in their kennel. They are sleeping. They had an exciting morning. We can talk about that later. Dale is off to his daughter's to work on her shed. So it's just me. It's just me on a beautiful sunny Tuesday afternoon. Yes, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every moment. Okay? That is after I got back from the dentist. Another topic we can talk about. Anyhow, what am I working on? Of course, I'm working on Groovy Girl. She's groovy. And she's coming along. Not super fast. Like yesterday, I didn't put one drill down. As a matter of fact, I came into this office. I turned on my light pad. I pulled out a sleeve of drills that I was going to start putting down on the painting. And then I realized that my little ducks were outside in the pond and it was fairly dark. The two littlest ones were out in the water. And Dale was not here. And I was like, oh, shoot. I better go out there and try to get them in, right? While I can still see them, while it's still somewhat daylight. Okay? Which I did. It was not easy. They were like having the time of their life. Everybody else was in except for them. So I did that, and then I spent some time getting everybody else in, feeding everybody. I managed to get them all in before Dale got home. He was pulling in the driveway as I was just finishing up with feeding and closing doors and all that stuff, and Dale pulled in. He knew that the little ones were out in the pond. I'd talked to him on the phone on his way home. But I did it. Got them all in. Everybody tucked in. And I came inside and I was like, well, my light pad is still on. It is late now. And I'm tired. So I went to bed without putting a single drill on this painting. Anyhow, some days are like that, folks. Some days are like that. Yesterday, I went to lunch with my best friends. Dale had the kids. They went, okay, he went and picked them up. They were here for a little bit, of course, terrorizing the kitties. Got to pick the kitties up. Got to hold the kitties. Can't just watch the kitties. No, we got to pick them up. We got to hold them. We got to leave the kittens alone, right? So they were here for a little while. They were leaving just a few minutes after I was leaving to go to lunch. Their first stop was to take scrap metal in. Okay, so they were going to go take the scrap metal in. They were going to get some lunch, and they were going to go to the park, which has a little pond / little lake type situation with a swimming area. He was going to take them up there to go swimming. He's done that once already this year. So that was their adventure for the day. So they were getting their bathing suits on. They thought they were just going to leave the house with their bathing suits on. And I'm like, you need to put on some more clothing than that because you're going other places first. Like, you cannot just walk out the door with just a bathing suit on and then go to the scrap metal place and go to lunch and put on some more clothes over your bathing suits. Oh, okay. Anyhow, they left. I left. I went to lunch. And when my good friends and I, my best friend, when we get together for lunch, since we don't do it very often, it is usually a very lengthy event. So we agreed to meet at 11:30, beat the lunch crowd, plus my best friend had a chiropractor appointment in the middle of the afternoon. So we were there from 11:30 to about at least 2:30. At least 2:30, if not 3. It was somewhere in between there. So a good 3 hours we sat there. Yeah. And did we ever run out of things to talk about? No. No, we did not. We can talk about things for days. Like I said, we don't see each other that often. So we talk. There's lots of conversation going on. I got home. Dale wasn't here yet. He was still out and about with the grandchildren. And I was like, okay, I recorded a video. I'm like, okay, cool. Got that done. And then they showed up. But they weren't here very long. They basically came in, changed their clothes. They can change at the park, but they didn't want to for some reason. They didn't want to go in the bathroom at the park. I don't know why. But anyhow, they changed clothes, terrorized the kittens some more. Dale had a few things to do. He had some stuff to gather up because his plan was to go to his daughter's when he dropped them off and stay for a while, work on this shed. Okay? Which he did. I predicted that he wouldn't because she would want to get the kids inside and have dinner and baths and all the stuff like that, and she wouldn't want him there working on the shed. I was wrong. Okay, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Hey, I was right Saturday night about dinner, though. It was his turn to make dinner, and I was 100% correct as to what dinner was going to be. Not 100%, 90% correct. We did have steak. Yep, we had steak. We did have cottage cheese. We did have applesauce. There were peaches. The only thing that I was a little off on was our side. Instead of it being the packaged potato salad and macaroni salad, he made a bag of the flavored instant potatoes. That was our side. Anyhow, I was close. So close. Anyhow, so yeah, he stayed and he worked on the shed last night. So again, it's peaceful and it's quiet here. And what was I doing? What was I doing while he was gone? I have no idea. Why didn't I get more? Oh, I know what I did. I put together the farm video that went up today on Tuesday. That took a little while. Anytime I do a video that is multiple clips like that, they take a while. Okay. What else did I do? I don't even know. I had to make an order. I had to place an Amazon order. I did not order my book for book club. I realized kind of late. Anyhow, I got that ordered now. Okay. I don't know. I just did weird things. The cats were out. I monitored the cats, fed the dogs. What else did I do? I don't know. Things happen. Just things happen. So I didn't get any diamond painting done yesterday. That was a long story to tell you that I didn't get any diamond painting done yesterday. Not one drill. I just got off the phone with my friend Sue. And I'm at the peace sign here. Okay, you can see the peace sign. Since I got this painting and started looking at it and doing a little bit of enhancement, I thought all along that I wanted to do something with the peace signs. But it's large. There's a lot that would need to be done. And I was thinking of making it AB, make it extra shiny. That was my first thought. So down here, there is 2 shades of purple. I do have this one in an AB, and I thought I could put 550 in this one. But then we come up here, and there are 2 more shades of purple, which I do not have AB for. Then as we come over this way, there's this pink. I don't have that pink in an AB. And so I just started thinking, if I want to do the whole thing in AB, I can't, unless I buy drills. And I've decided no. Here's why I decided no. These spaces in between here and the background back here have 2 ABs. They have white AB and they have an orangish AB here. Well, orange. It's not orangish, it's orange. So that's in here and in the background's up there. Okay, there's that. When we come over this way, I hope you can see this. Can you see this? I don't know. No. No, you cannot. This sunflower down here. Hang on. Let me see. Zoom you out. Where's the sunflower? Okay, the sunflower is over here. This gets AB. Okay. I could put fairy dust around here. There's an orange fairy dust. I could put that and an AB if I wanted to. I could also replace this in the center with 550 AB. I just realized I could put some quad cubes in there if I wanted to. Anyhow, I think I'm going to bling up this flower around the peace sign. The background will get blinged up. I'm talking about doing something. I thought that was a bird at first when I looked at it. Can you see what I'm pointing at? Yeah, you can see. Okay. I thought this was a bird, but it's really just a paisley with a heart in it. Bling up the heart, make the heart crystals, put some AB around it, bling this guy out completely, that blue flower over there. So instead of doing the peace sign, I think I'm going to just make everything around the peace sign extra sparkly. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh, hang on. Okay. So sorry. We kapoofered there. Kapoofered. That's an interesting word. So that's my plan, I guess. Put some shine around the peace sign and just leave the peace sign as regular drills. Okay, we're going for it. I'm going to put this back on here now, and we're going to work on the peace sign because that's where I'm at, is the peace sign. Ride on the peace train. No, not a peace sign, peace train. Oh, I don't know why that song came to my mind, but it did. Anyhow, so let's grab this color, and it is 333. 333. All right, and I do have a whole thing of that in AB, but we're changing direction here. We're changing our pathway. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? We're ready. Let's add some pretty purple peace sign. So let me say this. I am enjoying this. I was talking to Sue. You know, Sue. She's my friend that's friends with my other friends, and and I was like, I don't know what my other people. I gotta watch Maritza's video. She did a WIP and chat, and I don't know exactly what she's working on for this event. I don't know. I didn't watch her WIP and chat yet to find out if she's working on something for the event. And I asked her, well, what's Kara working on? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know either. What are people working on in my event? My co-host, what are we working on? I don't know. But I know what I'm working on. This was the original plan. Always the original plan was we were all going to work on Groovy Girl. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. What's happened here? I don't know. Anyhow, I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. Giving away prizes. Maritza pulled the first winner for week 1. I just pulled the winner for week 2. I just announced it in last Saturday's live, and I put it in the Facebook group as well. And I have heard from the winner, which was Rochelle Hollings, and she won a gift card to Bees Gems Crafted, and she won that pen, that beautiful pen from Heather at Candylicious. I'm still waiting on 2 pens from Heather. I can hardly wait to get them. I want my pens. I'm trying to be so patient, but I want them. Anyhow, I'll get them. I will get them. I know. Be patient. These things take time. They're going to be gorgeous. Anyhow, so that was the prize for week 2. This week, week 3, can you believe it? And we're already partially through week 3. That is Kira's week to do the prize. And again, it is a, hang on. It's another gift card to Bees Gems Crafted. Thank you, Brenda and Brittany. They were so kind. I hope you guys take advantage of these gift cards and go shop at their shop, because they have great things. Okay? So Kira's given away a gift card, and she has a package from So Blingy. I need to ask her if she has a picture of that. She must have it in her possession now, so she could take a picture of it. I'm going to see if she'll send me a picture, and I can put it in here so you guys can see. So Blingy has been very kind to events. They contributed to my retreat this year. I think they just sent me something another time that I could give away, or I don't know. But they're very kind and they do wonderful things. I did buy a bag from them, like a project bag. I love my project bag I got from them. It's very cool. It's currently completely full of yarn for one of my projects I'm working on. So it's in use. So they do a nice job. I want to see if I can get a picture to show you. As with any event, we talk about the sponsors and we just ask that you support them. You know, even if you can't purchase something from them, that's fine. You know, go to their shops, look at things, make a comment. If they're on Etsy, like the shop, things like that help always. Comments and things like that will always, always help. So that's a way that you can support awesome, awesome sponsors. Okay. That's all I can ask of you. So there's that. Anything else about the event that you should know? It is winding down. Week 4 is going to be a special week. Okay. Week 4, the end of that, we have a few packages of goodies to give away. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to go live on my channel. We're going to give away, I think it's 3 packages with a few prizes in each one. Super exciting. All right. Super exciting. So you don't want to miss it. And thank you to everybody who participated. I know that I saw some people comment this week that they missed week 2. They didn't post in week 2. Darn, you should have posted in week 2. There was a beautiful pen to give away. You should have posted that week. It was gorgeous. But yeah, it's been fun. I always have a good time. I always have a good time. And I hope you have a good time when you do events that I'm involved with. I hope you have a good time. So anyhow, that color right there, that drill right there is a different color. You do not belong here. I don't know what color you are, but it's quite obvious. It's still a purple, but it's a different purple. Looks like it's 327 maybe. I don't know. You don't go there. I think it is 327, which was its neighbor. It's the neighbor, 327. Okay, I got a better plan. I got a better plan for you. Instead of trying to put you back in the container, how about we just put you right down here where you belong? There you go. Ah, you can go right there. Okay. Next event coming up. And I'm going to try to get a video recorded today, maybe tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow might not work. Maybe it can. Maybe in the morning it can work. For smashing the specials. Smash the specials. Smash them, smash them, smash them. I gotta go hardcore hunt through my boxes and pick out the things I want to work on. The things I want to work on this time, I'm really going to focus on things that I believe will sell at my craft show. So I need to be very selective what I'm going to work on. Pick out some great things. I need to get that done, and then I can make a video, and we can rock and roll this thing. We can do it. We can do it. Smash a whole bunch of specials. Although I will say, some of my special drill projects appear to have been smashed before they get to me lately. I know, bad joke, but it's true. I have received 3 things that were broken, and 1 thing that had an incorrect base to it. So I can't even do that project until they send me a new base, which they've said they will. I just don't know when. Yeah, it's just been a real string of bad luck. I will say this, with every company I have gotten something from that has a broken part, I let them know. And I also suggest that they maybe talk to the factory, because the factory is the one that's packaging them up in the boxes, that maybe they could do a little more preventative measures, okay, to avoid breakage, like some extra bubble wrap or something to protect some of these fragile little pieces. Like I had a leaf break off and I had a cow tail break off. It's those little small things that are sticking out. So, and they're all very kind, and they're like, yeah, this doesn't happen very often. It's unusual. We're talking to the one said the colleague, the manufacturers, whoever they need to talk to ask them about some of these things. And they all assure me they're very sorry and they will get me a replacement. So we'll see. I don't have any replacements yet. And maybe they're waiting until like my next order with them comes to put it in there. I don't know. We shall see. We definitely shall see. I did have someone comment a solution that they had for a broken piece like that. I think it involved super glue and I don't know, super glue and tape, or I don't know. I haven't tried really to fix one yet. I'm certainly going to try. They're not something I'll be able to sell that way because, I'm not going to sell something that's been broken and repaired, that's for sure. But we'll see what happens. See if I can fix it, at least good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? It's good enough for me. So anyhow, that was another long-winded story to just get to the point that Smashing the Specials is coming. And get ready. Get yourself some specials. I will say this. There are some things that have been coming out at Diamond Art Club that people are going to ask right off the bat if they qualify. So I'm going to clear it up for you right here, right now, and I will again in the announcement video. The little Dazzler sets, the little mini paintings, that's a no. Hard no on that one. Okay, that is not a special drill project. It's just a very tiny, teeny little canvas. That is not what we would consider special drills. So that's a no. All right. Let's go to the sparkle pails. Yes, absolutely. You can use the sparkle pails for Smashing the Specials. They are a true special project. They do have some ABs. Some of them have some rhinestones. They're an off-canvas project. They come with their own set of drills. Yes, those will count. Okay. The plaques, the signs, of course, those count as well. Stickers. Stickers have always counted. Always counted. Okay. So yeah, the whole set of stickers, right? These are coming in sets, folks. They're coming in sets. So the whole set of stickers is what would be considered one project. What else was I thinking? Oh, some people got the Christmas stocking. I don't know if I've seen that on their site. I know that was a home shopping network item. There was a set with stockings and I believe coasters, keychains. I don't know what all was in that, but that whole set is all special projects. So they would work for Smashing the Specials, as well as the little gingerbread houses. They are little too. They are not huge. I have one. I bought one from Home Shopping Network. I bought a couple things and I have not put that video out yet. It's coming. It's coming soon. It might be tomorrow. I think it will be tomorrow. I'll just say, I think it will be tomorrow. Okay. So those items will count for Smashing the Specials. The little Dazzler paintings, no. We said no to paint gems last time. We had to work with people who were doing those Disney stickers from Craft Buddy. So that's where we're at, folks. That's that's my stance. And I already talked to Brandy about it. That's where we're at. Okay? Those are our parameters. What's I going to say about that? Just be ready. Just be ready. Have some special drill items, projects ready to go for smashing the specials. Oh man, do we have any sponsors for smashing the specials? No, we do not. What are we doing? Brandy, what are we doing? I mean, I've got special drill projects I can give you till the cows come home. I could make up bundles for sure. Brandy never does have a ton. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes. I don't know. I got to talk to her about any sponsors, prizes, etc., etc. Okay, I better do that today. That's 2 people I got to call now. Got to call Kira. Got to call Brandy. Okay, so that's event news. Event news, folks. And of course, on the back side, I'm also working on Chuck Along 10. Number 10. 10. Oh my goodness. Gonna make it a good one. Certainly gonna make it a good one. I got ideas and I got plans and I'm talking to people and we're gonna make it good. So make sure you have your Chuck ready for September. Have Chuck ready. Okay. All right. I had to go to the dentist today. I don't like going to the dentist. I don't know if you like going to the dentist. I mean, there's not a lot of people I know that go, oh, yay, I get to go to the dentist today. I'm so excited, right? No, it's always like, ugh. And I mean, it's just for a cleaning. It's like going to the doctor for a physical. I mean, honestly, I'd much rather go to the doctor for a physical than go to the dentist for a cleaning. Cleanings are still, they're not comfortable. They're not fun, you know? I always feel that there's some discomfort and a little bit of pain involved with a cleaning. You know, they're stabbing you with these sharp instruments. And sometimes it's that mirror. Today it was that mirror that they put in your mouth so they can see what they're doing. And it's like getting pushed down on your lip or on your gum or on your, at one point it was the bottom of my mouth. And I was like, oh God, that's kind of hurting. Oh, that's too hard. Right? So I don't enjoy the dentist. And I've spent a lot of time at the dentist. When I was younger, I had a lot of cavities. I've had a lot of dental work. I've had a lot of crowns. It is what it is. I'll just say, it is what it is. It really didn't have anything to do with neglect or hygiene. I just had teeth that decayed easily. I'm just going to go back to infancy. Let's just go back to infancy when my meals were carnation, instant milk and carnation milk, like the canned milk, sweetened milk stuff. That was my formula, you guys, when I was a baby. Mm-hmm. I don't know. In my head, I just attribute it to things like having a tendency to be overweight and having teeth that aren't very immune to things. I just, you feed a baby a bunch of sugar when they're developing, and I just say, I always kind of point to that. Sorry, Mom, but I kind of point to that as something that has caused me a few problems over the years. I didn't get off to the right start with that, and it was a thing then. It wasn't like she was told to do that. She was told to do that. I don't know why. Anyhow. So with that being said, I get there, and today was my day to have not only the bite wing x-rays, but I had to have the panoramic x-rays, if you know what that's all about. You stand in this machine and the thing goes around your head and does the whole 360 whatnot all the way around your head. Yeah. So every time I go to the dentist, I know there's, 4 or 5 different teeth that they're watching. Okay, they're watching. And every time I go, they check them, and the dentist is like, yep, still looking good. Just still watching. Okay, still watching. Well, he's looking at my panoramic x-ray today. Get those every 5 years, apparently. Looking at my panoramic x-ray, and he says, well, you got some decay in one of your teeth. I'm like, no, 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 I've been so good for so long. No. The last crown I had to have had a tiny little bit of decay, and I had to have a crown on this tiny little bit of decay just because of past things that had happened to the tooth, right? So he's like, yeah, he said, I think it's time. Let me tell you, he says, you got 6 fillings in that tooth. 6 fillings. It's a molar. You got 6 fillings in it. Okay. I said, well, we've been doing a good job of saving it, haven't we? And he goes, we have. However, it's time. By the time I take out this filling and this filling to get to where the decay is, that's, I've taken out a lot. And I'm just worried about how strong and stable I can make it in restoration. I'm like, really? He said, yeah, I wouldn't want to put all that time and effort into it and have it not be strong. It's a biting surface. I'm like, okay. So you know what that means. I have a crown coming up again. I'm like, Now my dentist is pretty unique. And maybe your dentist does too, but if you've ever had a crown, normally you go in, you get all this gooey stuff in your mouth to make your impressions and all this stuff, and then they whittle your tooth down to basically nothing, just a foundation to put the crown on, and then you get a temporary. 2 weeks later, you come back, you get your real tooth. Well, that's all different now. You go in, they do imaging. No more gooey stuff you have to bite down on. It's all done with imaging, where your tooth is, your tooth shape, your bite, all of this stuff. They do a lot of scanning of your tooth, your mouth, top, the bottom, everything. And then they make your tooth. They make your tooth right there. Somebody said they 3D print it. I'm like, no, it's not 3D printed. It actually is a piece of ceramic. It's ceramic. I said porcelain earlier to somebody. It's not. It's ceramic. They put a piece of ceramic in a machine, and then the machine carves it out based on all of that scanning that they had done, right? And you walk out with your tooth in your mouth. It's pretty interesting. I know this because the last tooth I had done, they did it that way. So I'm already aware of how it's done. So that's what I get to look forward to. It'll be like, normally you would go in and you get your initial part done. It takes about an hour. Then you come back and it's about another hour. So it's about 2 hours. This one's 2.5 to 3 hours for the whole process. But part of the time is waiting for the tooth to actually be made. It's pretty cool to watch. I watched it the last time. It's pretty cool to watch this machine just go at this little square from all angles. Neat. It's just cutting off little things. Neat. And then pretty soon it's like, it's a tooth. It's like pretty cool. My last one didn't fit the best. I had to, it hurt when I bit down on it still. I had to go back in for adjustments, and then it still took some time for it to settle its butt down and act right. I'm hoping that this time it doesn't do that it's just like one and done. I go in and it fits perfectly and comfortably and everything's great and I don't have to go back. You know what I mean? Fingers crossed. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Not at all. But you got to do what you got to do, I guess, He's like, oh, you did fine with the last one. And I was like, yeah, I did. But, matter of fact, I said, I just dawned on me that last tooth doesn't hurt anymore. And he's like, well, good. I was like, yeah, I don't know when it stopped hurting. You know when it hurts. And it would only hurt when I'd bite down on something really hard. And it didn't hurt really bad. It was just like, Anyhow, I said, I just realized it doesn't hurt. It's good. I didn't even know. I don't know when it stopped, when it started feeling right. I don't know. I can't tell you. But there's that. And they're expensive, you guys. They're expensive. They cost a lot of money. And this is on the heels of Dale getting his implant. He's in the process of getting an implant, right? Talk about expensive. And we've got good dental insurance. We have good insurance. The providers even say that. They'll tell us that. They're like, hey, you got some of the best insurance. You can't really get better than what you guys have. I'm like, great, but it's still too expensive. It's still super expensive. So he's still got to finish paying for his tooth. He's at the point where he goes in October to get the tooth made. His is a 2-visit appointment. First time to go do all of the impressions, measuring, whatever they do, I don't know. There's nothing to impress. No impression. There's no tooth there. I don't know what they do exactly, but they got to do stuff to make the tooth. Okay. His is expensive. A crown is expensive. I have an unexpected bill that popped up at my other house that's expensive. Like, why? It's all kind of like all happening here in the course of just a couple months. All of these unexpected expenses that are like, yikes, 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 yikes. Okay? I'm thinking, I just noticed that there are squares within that center of that flower that I could put quad cubes in. I can't put I don't know. I don't know if I can put quad cubes in all of them. Hang on, I am hot. The air conditioning is off because it's only been like 70 degrees. Is that even going to help? I don't know if that's going to help opening the window. There's like no breeze. It's super still outside. I don't know if that's going to cool it off or not, but it's hot in this room. I'm overheating. Overheating. Anyhow, yeah, all of this stuff coming up, all these expenses and whatnot. Part of the reason that Dale said he wasn't going to take the kids up north for this long weekend, he's like, I think we need the money. And I'm like, yeah, I think we need money too. All right. Yep. You got a tooth coming up now. I got a tooth coming up. And yeah. So the joys of life, right? I guess, that's what we have savings accounts for. Yeah. That's what we've saved money for in case of emergencies or unexpected things that come up. So here's one of those times, unexpected things coming up, we have to pay for. Dale and I just looked at our retirement accounts this morning. Happy to report that they're doing well. In what was it, 2022, I guess, when the market went just crazy nuts and dropped and everybody was losing all their money and all that stuff. Oh, we felt it. We certainly felt it. But Dale actually made changes to his account. He made his accounts very safe. he put them in safety because he was tired of, as he says, bleeding money. So he put them in safe things. Today he changed it though. He put them in a little more aggressive, a little more money making things. He kind of made some changes. So anyhow, life. Kittens. Oh my goodness. The kittens. Okay. They are getting quite adventurous. Quite adventurous. When we put them outside, they have moved from just playing on the couches and the deck, playing out in front, under the bushes, and in the rocks, and under the deck. Well, that was good for a few weeks. They were happy with that. Then they have moved to more out in the yard, across the yard to the lilac bush. They like underneath the lilac bush, which is also right next to the little creaky thing. So they've been going and getting in the little creaky thing. Okay. Then they've started going to the left of the steps, which is where the air conditioning unit is. That's all fenced in to keep the chickens out. But the kitties can get in right from the deck, from the stairs. They're on the stairs and they just hop over and they're in the flower bed. So they've been exploring that area. And today they went even a little further. They went through the creek, over the rocks. I mean, there's just a little water in it. It's just our drain for our sump pump. They went across the creek. They were in the other part of the flower bed. Then I think they had a little bit of problem figuring out how they were supposed to get out. I went out there and I started looking for them. And they came up to this rock. One of them hopped up on this rock that was close to the fence, but not quite close enough that they could figure out how to get out. So I reached in and I picked him up and I'm like, come on. Then the other one hopped up on the rock and I'm like, come on. And I got him out, But I walked around front of the house to let the dogs in. And the kittens walked all the way around the flower bed. On the outside of the flower bed, it was so funny. They stayed on the rocks because we have rocks all around the flower bed. And they were just walking along the rocks, on the rocks, right up next to the fence, all the way to the front. And when they got to the front, they realized the fence was open by the porch and they could get back into the flower bed. They spent a good deal of time out there in the flower bed this morning. And I'm trying to think I'm leaving in a few minutes to go to the dentist. I don't know what Dale's doing. He doesn't know where they're at. And I'm like, okay, come on. You guys got to come back in. I had to coerce them to come over to the porch so I could pick them up and toss them in the house. Here, go back inside. But yeah, they're getting quite adventurous. I don't know. Too adventurous for my liking, but Dale's like, well, there's going to come a time when we just let him live in the shop. And I'm like, okay. Okay. Well, I liked what we did with Sparkles. Sparkles would go out during the day and she would run around all day and explore. I don't even know every place she went during the day, but she always came in at night. You could always count on her coming in at night. She'd come back. She would know it was time to come have food. She would come back and be inside every night until the fateful night that we had the raccoon in the trap that got her. Yeah. I know. My life with animals sometimes is a very heart-wrenching story. Very heart-wrenching sometimes. But I would prefer they come in at night and go out and play during the day. That would be my favorite solution. I mean, Magic over at my other house, Magic lived to be 17 years old, at least 18. I don't even know how old he was for sure, but he was an indoor-outdoor cat, and he was very wise, and he was very smart. He would go out, he would be out a lot, but he would also like to come in, That's my ideal. Fine, go outside and play during the day, but come in at night where I know you're safe at night. Creepy things happen at night. Of course, creepy things can happen during the day, too. Not saying that. I think I've lost several chickens right in broad daylight, but, nighttime is just a little bit worse. You know what I'm saying? A little scarier. So, and I don't know how you teach. Magic just seemed to instinctively know how to be safe and how to stay away from things. I don't know how you teach that. I don't think you can. But, he lived a very, very long, very happy life doing what he wanted to do, I want them to be safe. I don't want anything to happen to them. That's why we rescued them, So we got some work to do. Let's just say we got some work to do, how this is all going to go down. I still like the idea of coming in at night. We'll see if I can convince Dale. He's often said he can't have them inside because he's allergic to cats. Well, they have been in this house now for, what, 2 months? Has it been 2 months? It seems like it was in June, May. I don't know. He hasn't been having too many problems. I'll just say he hasn't been having too many problems with being allergic to the cats. So I might be able to sell the whole, fine, they can be outside during the day and run around and play, but at night they can come inside. They can come in at night. I like that. I like that plan. Wish me luck that I can sell that plan. All right. Anything else? Oh, we had dinner the other night. That was fun. It was Josh's birthday, Devin's birthday. So we went out to celebrate their trips around the sun, their trips around the sun. Um, Boy, you would have thought we were planning like a, a month-long holiday or a move across country or something, as difficult as it was for us to pick a place to go eat. Like, seriously, picking a place to go eat was like a major, major decision. Like, it was going to take an act of Congress to pick a place to eat. Goodness gracious. We finally did. We finally settled on Red Robin. Yum, right? I do like Red Robin. It's good. It was more expensive than I thought it was. That was interesting. I think their prices have gone up a bit since we were there last, but they have good food. It was a good time. Um, my dad couldn't make it. My dad was on his way. He calls me. I couldn't hear him very well, because I'm in a restaurant. I can't hear very well what he's saying, but all I can hear him talking about is he can't make it because there's some accident, train tracks, rescue units. I hear sirens. He can't get there. And I was just like, what in the world? What in the world? My first thought was, how are you coming here that is involving a train? I'm thinking, I know where he lives. I know where he's headed. I know how I would go if I was him. It was a long story, I guess, but he encountered some accident that was near or by the train tracks and tried to go one way, but there was still a problem. I don't know. Basically, he just finally said, "This is too much of a hassle. I'm going home." So he didn't make it, but I have no idea what was going on. Didn't hear anything about it. I don't really watch the news, so I probably wouldn't have, but he didn't make it. And I'm like, that's fine. He said, just tell Josh I'll get with him later. Okay, I'll tell Josh. Josh won't really, care a whole lot. He'll be like, okay, whatever. But it's always fun to just get to hang out with your family and, stuff like that. So we had a good time. Um, Anything else? Is there anything else I was going to tell you about? Mm, Not that I can think of. Can you hear my fountain outside? It is getting cooler in here, by the way. It did help just to open that window. I loved listening to the fountain just trickle. It's such a soothing sound. Such a soothing sound. Um, the hummingbirds are coming back. I asked Joe H. He's my hummingbird guy. He gets a lot of hummingbirds. He sent me pictures in the past of all the hummingbirds and all of his feeders. And I asked him recently, I said, how's your hummingbirds doing? Do you have many? And he's like, I really haven't had many this summer. He said, but if I think about it, he said, I think I probably had the most hummingbirds like in the fall, like when they're migrating back to the south was when he would have the most. And I'm like, we have had very, very little hummingbird activity. There's maybe two, maybe, and I don't see them very often at all. Well, the last couple of days, I've been seeing them more frequently. I have a hummingbird feeder right here outside of the window of the office, which is the front porch. And I've seen them out there a few times. Like, I've been on the front porch a couple of times in the last couple of days, and I can hear woo woo, and I'm like, oh, just stand still. I know it's right behind my head, right? It's right behind my head at the feeder. Of course, by the time I turn around slowly, it's gone. I see it fly off, but they're here a little more frequently. I'm seeing them a little bit more than I was all summer long, which is interesting. I don't know what the deal is, but it's very interesting. Dragonflies everywhere. We've got this species of dragonfly. They're black and white. They're very pretty, and there's tons of them. Not as many of the big, like, blue ones or red ones, but these black and white ones. They're all over the place, literally. Tons of them. And the kittens, oh my gosh, the kittens think they're the best thing since catnip. They see those dragonflies and they're like, ooh, ooh, and they're jumping and they're trying to catch them, and it's hilarious. They have a great time trying to get these dragonflies. I've got to catch that on video at some point. There's other bugs too. They really like bugs. Okay. Bugs are just fascinating to the kittens. Any bug will do, but the dragonflies being larger, it's much more obvious, and they're just hysterical with the dragonflies. I'm gonna have to really try hard to catch it on film, see if I can get them like trying to crouch and get the dragonflies. So funny. All right, I think I'm done talking. Are you done listening? Because I think I'm done talking. No idea how long this video is because I can't see it. It's on my phone. But I can't think of anything else to talk about. I got a couple videos to record. I'm going to try to get those done. I have the book live tonight. I got to schedule that yet. I got to remember, call Brandy, call Kara. I have questions for both of them. Brandy and Kara. Yes. Oh, I know one more thing. One more thing. This one's important. Hang on. I need a sip of my drink. Okay, there's that. And I need my book. So we're going to talk retreat. Retreat. Okay? Let's see here. That's another thing I need to do. I need to pay the deposit. I need to write a check and pay the deposit. Okay, it's coming. Sign up is coming. Sign up is coming. I talk about this every chance I get so that you will know. You will be fully informed and well aware of what's happening. Okay? 2025 Mingle in the Mitten Retreat is on its way. It is going to be held at the RAM Center, also called the Ralph A. McMullen Conference Center. It's the official address is Roscommon, Michigan, but it's at Higgins Lake. It's at a beautiful lake. Okay? But it's in the woods. It's in the woods and there's a lake. It's beautiful. Okay? That's where it's going to be held. It's going to be held May 1st through the 4th of 2025. Okay? Registration is opening on August 1st, and that is for all attendees of last year's retreat, our maiden voyage. So registration will be open to those people for 2 weeks. After that time, I will open it up to the general public. Okay? We're adding four spots, not a ton, but we're adding 4 spots. And I know that there are some people that will not be returning from last year, sadly. Sadly, they will not be returning. But, you know, people have lives and things happen, and I understand. So, registration for the alumni, 1st through the 15th. On the 15th, I'll open it up to the general public. I have no deadline as to how long I'm going to leave it open. It could be 24 hours. It could be 3 days. It could be a week. It just depends on how many people sign up and how long the wait list is. Last year's wait list was about 25, 26 people, and we went through all of them before we filled our roster. So I'm going to let it fill up, the wait list. I'm going to let it fill up pretty full, you know what I mean? And then, of course, then people will start getting notice for payments. The cost is $525. a $75 non-refundable deposit. Okay. All that will be talked about, payments and money and all that when you're in as a participant, then you'll need to know all of that information. But that's what I got going for you guys. If you want to check it out, just Google Ram Center or the Ralph McMullen Conference Center at Higgins Lake, Michigan. They're always going to be in Michigan. They're always going to be adventuresome. Now, having done one retreat, start to finish, a new retreat, kind of got my feet wet, kind of know what's going on, how to do things differently or the same for next year, and have some ideas what we want to do. But it's always going to be a roving retreat that's going to rove around Michigan to different locations, which makes it fun and exciting. Makes it interesting for us as the planning committee because it's someplace new and fresh every time. And so you don't know exactly what you're getting until you're there. I mean, we've gone and visited, so we've seen the location. We know what that's about. But until you're there, actually, in the midst of the retreat, setting everything up, you just don't know exactly how it's all going to go, right? So that is a bit of a challenge. It's kind of fun. Surprises along the way. Everything went so smoothly last year, though. I have no worries. No worries at all. It's a wonderful place. I know somebody who's been there for an event. They go every year, I believe. And they say it's just a wonderful place to go. There's activities there. We'll talk about that later. But look forward to that. If you're one of those people who wants to go, keep those dates in mind. Okay? Those are our dates. That's the timeline. I'll keep talking about it for another week and a half or so. And then it is time to hit the go button. Time to hit go. Yep. All right. Now I'm done. That was all I had to say. I'm over and out. And need to go schedule a live and edit and upload a video and record a video. And let's see how much I can get done this afternoon. All right. See how much I can get done. And Joe, it's almost an hour. I could talk for another 2 minutes, but it's almost an hour. Close enough, buddy, right? Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and listening. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe button, all those things. Thank you for supporting my channel. I always appreciate it, and it's so helpful, all those things that you do. All right. Until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.